Lots of stuff has happened since our last episode, so let's get right to it. Wagwan Buck Nation, it's your rude boy and thanks for tuning in to Tuff Bucs. On today's episode, we take a look at the 2020 draft class of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll also be talking about the addition of future Hall of Fame tight end Rob Gronkowski, the Bucs picking up O.J. Howard's fifth-year option, and how can we forget about the New Orleans Saints stealing my boy Jameis Winston. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And for you real Tuff Buck fans out there, click that bell icon so you get real-time notifications on when new videos drop. You can also check me out at bucsreport.com where you can access additional Buccaneers content. So with that, wash your hands and let's giddy up. 2 days before the very first virtual draft took place, news broke that WWE 24/7 champion Rob Gronkowski's football rights were being traded by the Patriots along with a 7th round draft pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for just one of the Bucs' 2 4th round draft picks. A surprise trade to say the least, especially because the Patriots literally got nothing for him. They didn't even ask for O.J. Howard in the trade. The Patriots were like, here, just have him. The Tom Brady Gronk bromance continues as the two best buds reunite in Tampa for the sequel. This is an exciting addition for the Bucs, who weren't really in need of a tight end, but what Gronk provides is a security blanket for Tom Brady as he transitions to a new offense. Being a year removed from the sport, Gronk was able to let his body recover from his lingering injuries. He'll need to get back into football shape, but guess what? So does everyone else. There is no doubt in my mind that he'll bring Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard's play to the next level, man. The fun-loving Gronk will bring a championship attitude to a team that hasn't reached the playoffs in 12 freaking years. Oh my gosh. I will say I'm happy with how Jason Light and Bruce Arians have handled the offseason thus far. Gronk, welcome to Tampa. Moving on, let's talk about Jameis Winston, who took his time this offseason to make his decision on where to go. And he waited until after the draft to make his move. It was announced on Sunday morning that Jameis Winston was signing with the New Orleans Saints. Jameis, bro, what are you doing? Of all the places you had to choose New Orleans? I mean, come on, bro. It was rumored that the Pittsburgh Steelers offered him a lucrative deal, but instead he declined it for a 1-year deal with the Saints worth just over $1 million. My man's taking a serious pay cut. I think Winston chose New Orleans not only because it's close to Tampa, but also because Drew Brees is a better mentor for him than Ben Roethlisberger. But that's just my opinion. Here's a hot take. If he somehow gets to play against the Bucs, my man is gonna light us up. But I seriously hope that's not the case and that doesn't end up happening. In the end, he's a Southern guy who wants to stay in the South. Winston, good luck to you in New Orleans. With our last news update, it was announced on Wednesday that the Bucs will be picking up O.J. Howard's 5th-year option worth $6 million and pretty much kills any of the trade rumors surrounding my guy. Yeah, O.J. had a down season in Bruce Arians' first year, but he's only going to improve from here, especially with the addition of Gronk. The Bucs legitimately have the deepest tight end roster in the league, and the kid is excited to see what these three can do with Big Time Tommy, baby. Moving on to the 2020 draft, the Bucs went heavy in the Big Ten, selecting 4 out of the 7 players from the Midwest. In a weird chain of events, the Buccaneers traded up just 1 spot to the 13th pick with the San Francisco 49ers. A head scratcher for me, but the only reason why I can see this happening was because another team was trying to trade up with the Niners to get the last elite offensive tackle in Tristan Wirfs. It's a good thing that the Bucs have a good relationship with the general manager of the 49ers, who happens to be Buccaneer legend and Ring of Honor member John Lynch. The Bucs traded their 14th pick and their second 4th round pick for the 49ers' 13th pick and 7th rounder. Finally, with the 13th pick, the Bucs selected, as expected, stud offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs out of Iowa, who had a hell of a career as a Hawkeye and an exceptional combine performance. This pick was a steal in my opinion because a lot of analysts didn't think he'd be around this late in the draft. The big guy will be expected to step in right away at the right tackle position and is tasked with protecting the 43-year-old legend in Tom Brady. This was a no-brainer for the Bucs as they needed to solidify the offensive line. Welcome to Tampa, Tristan. In the second round, I thought the Bucs would go with running back J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State here, who is still available at this point in the draft, but instead, the Bucs went and got safety Antoine Winfield Jr. out of Minnesota. With the uncertainty around Justin Evans' health, who has missed all of last season and 6 games in 2018 with foot injuries, the Bucs were in need of a high-caliber safety. What Winfield lacks in size, he makes up for in athleticism and explosiveness. Most importantly, he's a versatile safety who can be moved around in different places, especially with disguised blitzes, and is a great fit for a Todd Bowles defense. Antoine, welcome to Tampa. In the third round with their 76th pick, the Bucs went with running back Keyshawn Vaughn, who started his collegiate career playing for the Illini, but transferred to Vanderbilt where he had 2 productive seasons in a tough SEC conference. He's described as a wrecking ball who displays serious strength through contact, running defenders over. Behind a good offensive line, he could turn on the Jets and hit the second level with vengeance. All that said, this wasn't a pick analysts around the league were crazy about, but I'm sure Bruce the Goose sees something special in him. Keyshawn, welcome to the Bucs. Now at this point in the draft, I have no clue who any of these players are because again, I don't follow college football like that. But in the 5th round, I saw a lot of excitement over Minnesota wide receiver Tyler Johnson, who notched 86 catches for 1,300 yards with 13 touchdowns in 2019. The tape on this dude is pretty crazy, and I'm excited to have him compete with Scotty Miller and Justin Watson for the number 3 spot in the depth chart. Tyler Johnson, you go find them cannons, Poppy. Khalil Davis out of Nebraska was selected in the 6th round by the Bucs. Yet another Big Ten player. What's that, 4 now? Well, if you count Keyshawn Vaughn playing 2 seasons for the Illini, I'll count that as a half. Let's make that 4.5 players. Anyways, back to Khalil. He had a productive senior year as a Cornhusker in which he recorded 44 tackles, 8 sacks, and a pass breakup. He had 41 tackles and 3 sacks as a junior. This was a necessary depth pick for the Bucs, who outside of Nacho are lacking in production from the other interior linemen. Welcome to the Bucs, Khalil. With their first of 2 7th round draft picks, the Buccaneers took Temple's Chappelle Russell. There's been some concern over him because of his history with torn ACLs in the same knee. However, he was able to finish his collegiate career on a healthy note with 72 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, and 3 pass breakups. He's a good depth addition in the linebacking room and can contribute on special teams. Chappelle, welcome to the Bucs. Finally, in the 7th round, the Bucs closed their draft by selecting Raymond Cole, running back from Louisiana Lafayette. He's a fast runner who's not afraid of contact and can sort through traffic well. He's a little suspect in pass protection and doesn't catch the ball often, but that could very well change under Bruce Arians' system. Good luck to you, Raymond. Go fire them cannons, baby. And that's our episode for today, folks. Buck Nation, how do you think the Bucs did in the draft? What do you think about the addition of Gronk? Did you like the Bucs picking up OJ's 5th-year option? And what are your thoughts on Jameis Winston going to the freaking Saints? Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, wash your hands, stay indoors, stay safe, and keep firing them cannons, baby.